speaking of ballots, you're again up in November. How will having Kamala Harris on the Democratic presidential ticket, how does that impact your race in deep red Alabama?
Well, you know what? I don't think Alabama's as deep red as people say. I mean, there's a lot of folks in Alabama right now that are very excited about my friend Kamala Harris being on that ticket. We've heard it from Mobile to Huntsville. Folks are very excited. She brings a wealth of knowledge, experience, and a personality that can unify. That's the thing about Kamala. She's got an incredible experience, but she can also sit down and listen and talk to people and try to find that common ground. That's what people are looking for in Alabama and across the country. She really brings that to this ticket. People are very excited about it. I think it's going to energize a lot of people who have already been energized about the Democratic ticket.
Unsurprisingly, I mean, she's already facing a barrage of attacks. She's been called mean. She's been called nasty. This was, of course, after she was called ambitious. And now there are these ridiculous questions about whether she's qualified, questions that only seem to be being asked by the guy that wrote that article, that op-ed for Newsweek, and the president himself. Why aren't more of your colleagues in the upper chamber on the other side of the aisle, why aren't they, former colleagues of Senator Harris, why aren't they screaming nonsense?
That's a very good question, and I would suggest you start with McConnell and go down the line and ask each one of them. I can't answer for something like that. It is just despicable what there's going on right now. But you know what? All that's doing is people are sitting back right now in Alabama and across this country. They see that for what it is. They see it as desperation tactics. They see it as a president who is fearful of losing this election because he's not only seeing the polls, he's just seeing his own popularity slipping away. And so I think it's a desperation. And I don't know what my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, but at some point you would think that they would stop and say that crosses the line a little bit, folks. Let's just stop right here. We can debate policy. We can debate philosophy. We can debate where we need to go politically as a country. But let's just not get into those kind of despicable politics.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.